Hello, Jeff. Ask Methu about this. He has said he is going to shave if Ruto becomes a one-term president. How about if it fails to make Ruto a one-term president? Good bench, though. Say hi to Ayatollah.
I've already said it on this bench. Among us, this man was there. I am one who voted for William Ruto. I voted for William Ruto, and that is why I feel. By the way, on the 14th of February is when I turned that 5. So I'm not as old as as I look now.
Wow.
This is not even defiance because I don't hate him as a person, but the leadership of William Ruto is inept. I feel that he has not lived to the expectation
of the public
of what we promised the people. I used to work with him. I have been with him. I voted for him. I believed in him. I saw a vision in him. I saw a good leader in him. But what, if I look at William Ruto, a man that I voted for, saying that the young people should be shot on the leg, I feel so sad. And the reason why I'm confident that I will become neat in the next 17 months is because I've moved around this country. I've been to the coast. They told me they would move him. I've been to my backyard, Mount Kenya. They said they would move him. I've been to Nyanza just the other day with Onyonka. They said they would move him. So I'm very confident that I will shave my beard in the next 17 months. This, and I had shown Professor a tweet when we went for the break. Somebody just argued that Professor Ojienda is laughing because he knows that he has been told that he's now the Sudi of the Luo nation. Because sometimes, a professor is arguing like, there's no explanation, Professor, as to why a member of parliament should
handle a letter
for any kind of employment. Right. And you saw it when we had the pass out of the police the other day. A member of parliament is really celebrating and saying that
he took his
this guy was my watchman, now he's a policeman. So I asked myself, is that watchman a policeman out of merit or because he's near a politician? Now, tell me, just as Senator Onyonka is arguing, how to become, just wait, Professor, relax, so you shall get an opportunity. It's very difficult to
stop shouting, Professor. The way the system is set up.
Okay.
The system is rigged.
All right, finish your point, and then we'll go to Professor.
Yes. He's not even coming in because he has just spoken.
Even senators.
No,
we are with you, Prof.
First, you can't shout, Professor. I'm a student, first-year student of law. And you are professor of law. You can't shout at me. You just have to keep quiet and allow me to. Allow me to articulate. Now, let me say this, Jeff. First, it was very wrong for Professor to first say that projects are not coming to our counties because we are not following them up. First, there is no provision in the Constitution that asks me as a member of parliament
to follow
worship William Ruto for projects to come to my county. Now, even for argument's sake, assuming that is actually correct, from Nyandarua County, the people who don't believe in William Ruto and who don't follow his or who are opposing his government are myself and the member of parliament for Kipipiri. Just the two of us. So he has 4 members of parliament. He has the county woman member of parliament. So he has more worshippers than those who are not worshipping him. How comes development is not coming to our county? If he just wants praise and worship like the way Professor is doing, he would have gotten that from this. I wanted to say this, and it has been aptly mentioned by Senator Onyonka. Any project that you see Mr. William Ruto very keen on, you must look at it with the third eye. An example, you hear President William Ruto always speaking about Talanta Stadium. Talanta Stadium is being done at a cost of 48.2 billion, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, that is a loan because it is the sports fund bond. And sometimes I think William Ruto believes and his government believes that people are actually fools. For this reason, they want to take a loan off book because there are 2 ways of getting a loan off book. They will either float a bond or they float treasury bills. Now this one is a bond. Now this bond of Talanta Hela, we are supposed to pay it in 15 years. What is the interest? 15.8%.
And we can get it at 3.
Just wait. So for the interest alone, first we shall pay it for the next 15 years. The terms of that particular bond is that we shall be paying it twice a year. Now 15% of 44.8 billion will be about 7.2 billion. Yep. Every 6 months, we shall be paying 3.6 billion. Every month, we shall pay 0.5 billion for that Talanta Hela. For 15 years, interest alone, we shall pay 100 billion for Talanta Hela. That is interest alone, minus the principal.
Before the principal.
Minus the principal. So for that stadium that you are seeing there, it will cost us at least 148 billion. Now
it will be the most expensive stadium in the world.
Just wait. Not even Old Trafford, not even Stamford Bridge, not even Camp Nou, not even one of the biggest stadiums I've been to, Maracana. I mean, you've been to Maracana, is in Brazil. It's one of the biggest stadiums in the world, even in terms of capacity. It has not costed that much. And then every day you hear President William Ruto telling us, these guys do not have an agenda. The agenda is to just remove me. Let me tell you, actually that is our first agenda. Our first agenda as the opposition is to remove William Ruto. Because so long as William Ruto is the president of this country, this country cannot move.
Jeff, I obviously do not share the views of course, first of all, Methu, you must respect the deputy president. He's not the soprano guy. He's the deputy president.
No, he corrected that.
He's not the soprano guy. And he has a base for your information. And he's fired.
What would want to ask?
Useless.
You know, tell me, now maybe we have guns, but do we have police? Because I mean, all our meetings, you never see their meetings of Linda Oburu, Linda Ground.
No, not Oburu. Linda Ground.
Linda Ground, we never see them together, isn't it? But Linda Oburu. Linda Oburu and Linda Ruto'S. You never see tear gas. You saw on that Wetima attack, and by the way, even before you say that we have to spend a lot of money, when Rigathi Gachagua went to the US, remember, I personally, you not call me a billionaire like Ojienda. You can't say of the same, like maybe you can call him a rich man. His father was a
No. I'm a chicken farmer.
Okay, maybe he's a chicken farmer, but if he's a chicken farmer, maybe a mere.
Saying Ojienda's a billionaire.
Yes,
I mean,
Tom is big. He made his money before coming to.
Let me say this. I mean, even his farm was being paid a lot of money even before he came to when he's okay billionaire. When Rigathi Gachagua went to the US, I personally did like maybe 30 rallies by myself. You saw me tear gas in Subukia. I went all the way to Nakuru. We went to Wetima, to Muranga when we were just almost being killed. We went all the way to Laikipia. I know because I have been and I have ran these rallies. First, because not many people love William Ruto, especially from the region that I come from. It is very easy to put crowds. They just want to hear what you want them. Okay, they just come and they will come and sing with us and those kind of things. But the thing that we would want to ask, what is this nexus between goons and police? Because in Wetima you saw it, and even when we went to the Inspector General, when we went to his office before he ran away the second time, he actually admitted indeed that 2 police Land Rovers went to attack Rigathi Gachagua in Wetima, right from Nairobi. You saw goons walk hand in hand with the police. Even before we get the goons, Jeff, why can't William Ruto allow? Everybody has freedom of association. Yeah. Everybody should be able to campaign the best way
within the law.
In fact, what I say is this: if William Ruto and his two-term people want to come to campaign in my village in Jambini, if I think they have really hurt my ego and emotion, because I think that is what really hurts William Ruto when we tell him that indeed you have this presidency and we are the people. Actually, Ojienda, on this bench, I'm not sure of the person who is on the extreme left, but at least I know on this bench I might be the only person who voted for William Ruto. He never voted for him. I voted for him. You didn't vote for him.
I didn't
vote for him. I don't know of the guy on the
Prof.
I highly suspect. But even so,
and you left him.
So if the president and his team were to come to Jambini, they should say no goons.
No, you leave them.
Have goons.
No, if we have goons, how comes our goons say the finance bill? But I wanted to say this. You know, listening to Professor and looking at the way this government operates and looking at how President William Ruto operates, it looks like President William Ruto operates with the mantra: give somebody poison, then follow him with milk so that he does not die. And why do I say that? Because I wonder whether Professor knows that this share that he is actually really celebrating, first works like a theater. It will serve one person here, it will jump like 15 people, go to the 16th person, jump like
the 23rd,
go to the 23rd person. That is thing number one. Number two, I wonder whether he has made some little research and asked how much SHA owes the health facilities in his own county of Kisumu. Like, for example, if SHA owes 196 million to JM Kariuki Hospital in Nyandarua, is that hospital not collapsing? How would that hospital continue offering services? I wonder whether he knows that most of, especially the private and the faith-based health facilities, are no longer accepting SHA because, the payments are not being made. But now, let me come to this. None of us is opposed to development. None of us is opposed to development because first we are elected. We want development to come to our places. We want roads to be done in our places. But how comes every development that the president promises with his own mouth, it does not happen?
Prof,
for example, let me
what do you say? Hold on.
Let me just finish.
Let's go to Prof. Prof,
I'm just finishing.
I'm talking figures here. I'll ask you.
You come and
okay.
You come in. How comes
and
that
Jeff
the
had not finished?
Hold on, I'll get you.
You know, the president, in essence, is supposed to be the symbol of national unity. He comes and stands at a place called Jambini, for example, and says that in 1 year, the road from Mama Mukami Kimathi, it was all over, it was live. From Mama Mukami Kimathi's place to Jambini, Jambini said, just 7 kilometers will be done in 1 year. It's now 3 years, has not been done. He comes and says that St. Luke's water project in South Kinangop will be given 1.2 billion, not even 1 shilling has been given. He comes and says that in honor of Mama Mukami Kimathi who is lying here, I'll give 100 million to Jambini Health Center and it will be made out of 3 hospitals. Not even 1 shilling has been given. How comes the president is so comfortable in lying? How comes he lies without ceasing? I mean, every time, and I can go on and go on.
You heard Prof say that at least Mironi Mount Summit Road, that's already underway. That's already underway.
Yes, he has actually, you see, it's a wait-and-see situation because none of those things that he has ever promised has actually come to fruition. And by the way, finally...
Hold on. Senator, let him speak.
Jeff.
There.
We say it outside there. And
where?
Everywhere.
In Parliament.
We say it in Parliament.
In many places that we keep speaking, but unfortunately, William Ruto'S ears are not meant to hear criticism. They are meant to hear praise and worship from Ojienda and his choir. Those are the things that he really likes to hear. That's why you see State House has become a place of
grandeur,
just
ballroom.
Go there with the aeroplanes, they will tell him, oh, it will be okay. Oh, everything is actually very. Kenya is actually now in the best place. We are just actually one step to going to Singapore.
Why the early campaigns? What's the rush? 2027 is 17 months away.
Well, that's when William Ruto started his campaign against Uhuru.
Let me even say this. First, if you accuse, or rather, if you are referring to the United Alternative Government, the kind of things that we are doing, we went to Kisii, you were hosted by Senator Onyonko on Monday, you were in Kisii on Tuesday, you were in Kisii on Wednesday, we briefly breathed on Thursday. Then we went to Nakuru. The governor for Nakuru had said that we cannot step in Nakuru because, she's in charge. She doesn't like the kind of politics that we do, so we can't step in Nakuru. But we were received overwhelmingly. We went all the way to Nakuru, went all the way to Nyahururu, went all the way to Nyeri. And this weekend we are going to...
Then our team, we went to Samburu.
Yeah.
The most beautiful place in the world.
Let me finish, Onyonka.
Yeah, early campaigns.
This weekend... we are going to Meru.
Yes.
We had the appointed soprano guy, Professor Kindiki.
Oh, that's the deputy president.
Yeah,
the deputy president.
Yeah.
Deputy president.
Yeah.
No, he stands corrected.
Guy.
No, he stands corrected.
Yeah.
He stands corrected.
If you like it that way, it's okay. Threatening that he shall not allow us to go to Meru, but we shall be there. Now, let me tell you, we would campaign if we had a candidate. The reason why we have not had the candidates is because the campaigns are not yet. We shall campaign. I mean, what we are doing is first listening to the views of the people. We are elected leaders. We want to see, and as we form our manifesto, we want to hear whether we are actually wrong, whether SHA is actually working. We are the people that think this SHA is not working. Whether indeed these things that we keep saying that are not working in William Ruto's government, indeed, that is what the people are feeling.
Yeah.
I've just had Senator Ojienda proudly speaking about the way Nyanza has this number of votes, I don't know what. I was in Nyanza Or is Kisii not in Nyanza?
Yes.
I was in Nyanza. I was there the whole time. Everybody is saying that they cannot allow. It was only that the Constitution actually binds us.
Okay.
They cannot allow one more.
Let me ask you this. You're still in UDA, right?
Yes, I'm in UDA.
So who's funding these campaigns that you're doing all over the country? Where are you getting the money from?
Now, let me ask you, Jeff, let me say, what money do we need?
So
We don't give people.
I mean, what money do we need?
Come on.
Good question.
No, yeah, I want to ask Jeff. Now, let's take for example.
Rent a crowd.
Let me,
Jeff,
let me, allow me to answer.
Sorry.
I've been asked.
Sorry.
Let me ask you.
Sorry.
I went to Kisii. I addressed like 17 meetings in Kisii. What was required of me is fuel for my car, and accommodation for myself, and accommodation for my driver. What else do I require?
And milk and bread in the car.
Maybe, I don't know. Let me tell you, the United Alternative Government was in Nyandarua on Sunday.
Yes.
I never spent a coin to mobilize anybody. In fact, if you look at the church that we went, it's just an ordinary church. Not even a carpet, not even anything.
So,
just an ordinary church.
So the loudspeakers just provide themselves.
No.
Those
vehicles, they are there already.
Even an MCA can have loudspeakers.
Somebody has to pay for them.
Let me tell you. I have 2 vehicles, 2 of my vehicles, 2 Prados that I donated to my party. So they are permanently fixed with loudspeakers. What is required of those Prados is fuel to go to Kisii, fuel to go to go to Meru. By the way, let me tell you, when we were coming from Kisii, I can't remember the name of that hotel that we slept in Kisii.
Camel Park.
Camel Park. Just when we were having breakfast, some old man could come and came and told me, you are Senator Methu. I'm so happy about what you're doing. And he gave me 100,000. I mean, so even my fuel for Meru, I have it now.
Very true.
I mean, that is how the people, because the people can actually see the kind of sacrifice that Senator Onyonka, the kind of sacrifice that Senator Methu. You know, this man and the team that they're working with, at least they have, one thing that I like about them, they have basic courtesy. They observe table manners. They don't talk when they are eating. They are very disciplined. They don't talk when they are very quiet because it is time to eat.
Yeah.
That's why they are not very loud.
Yellow tables. The tables are yellow.
Yeah. So that's why because, you know, Senator Ojienda will pass by.
Senator Methu, House of Bribes.
You know, I will not say, I will not want to borrow the words of Senator Onyonka, but I served with him in the Public Accounts Committee. We were kicked out together.
Kicked out?
Yeah, of course, because we were told that, you know, you guys, you are asking too many questions. I mean, this is not how it's done. You guys are first-time senators. This is not how it's done. But the long and short of what I would say, Parliament, in my opinion, is the weak link in serving the people of Kenya. Because it's been said countless times. You saw, I mean, somebody was actually narrating how they gave 100 million to have a governor impeached. You saw it. I mean, somebody was actually making an admission that we gave 100 million. We saw money exchanged.
When he was in government.
We saw money. I mean, a lot of money being carried with you know, with bags when Rigathi Gachagua was being impeached. I mean, guys were being told that there is money here. Just come and
collect.
Did you collect?
Well,
He was for Gachagua.
I mean, if I had collected, I would not have voted in his favor. So,
You can still collect.
Okay. I hear there are guys who collect and run.
Yeah.
I'm not made of that material. But I'm telling you, Jeff, as it is now, both the National Assembly and the Senate, the place of Mwananchi is not in those 2 places. It's not in neither in the National Assembly nor in the Senate. And you see that most of the things that are processed, because you say, sometimes we say that there are excesses from the executive, but the people who are supposed to pay oversight, either on the executive and even on the governors, is supposed to be us, the senators.
Yeah.
My last point would be, now, I was actually now surprised to hear that governors are now saying, these guys are asking for bribes. Now, if you ask for bribes, you've been a governor for 3 years. You've been appearing before the Public Accounts Committee. You've never complained the first year. You never complained the second year. You never complained the third year. You are now complaining the 4th year. You know why? Because it is now time that they're answering their own questions. You know, initially they used to say, audit reports do not come, for this financial year. Now we've now gotten to their financial years of the time they are now governors.
Right.
It's the reason why they now want to complain and say that no, we don't want this judge, we don't want this judge, we want this judge who can be able to ask us these questions.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been taken to court and you are saying that I don't want this judge, I want to be judged by so and so because I think they are a fairer judge. So
that the other judge eats too much.
So I will not stand on the place of saying that the Senate mweupe kama pamba. No, they are not mweupe kama pamba. I've seen money.
I want to agree with the Honorable, my senior counsel, Tom Ojienda. Tom, honestly, I have never met a person who is able to look at, analyze, and express his views about any opinion in the world. And he sounds like he knows all of it, like President William Ruto. So we don't challenge his integrity, credibility in terms of his ability to actually even tell you what he's going to do. What we are saying, Tom, is this, my brother. And I've had many of you who love government right now use that kind of argument. Let me start with the teaching thing you are talking about. You see, he's saying we have 400,000 teachers who have either been employed or there is a contingency for that to continue.
Yes, and this
Thank you.
Other level.
But those who are being employed, the only way letters are found is that members of parliament are given those letters, which are given by the executive. The letters are removed from Teacher Service Commission before Teacher Service Commission would send a letter to a teacher who's been hired. So tell me how you audit to know how many teachers have been employed. Up to now, Kisii County, I have not had an opportunity for the government to confirm whether they have employed for me 1,500 teachers what I deserved from the 75,000. When I check and ask, even on hearsay, from the Teacher Service Commission people in Kisii, the total number of people who have been employed in Kisii are 133. So we have a system. If Senior Counsel Tom Ojienda is able to get those letters by accepting that he's in government and he loves President William Ruto, which he does, and that is exactly what he deserves, then he has done well for his people.
No, it's
But my argument is, what are you going to do? Tom, please allow me, sir.
I've employed many teachers.
Exactly. So he has employed many teachers.
It's a good thing.
So let me put it this way. No, I'm not saying it's poor. It's bad. What I'm saying, the system you are operating in operates like a casino. You must love the president for him to give you the letters. If you don't love him, he gives his friends. Once he has given the friends, meritocracy is never followed. The policy initiatives that Teacher Service Commission had, because it was an independent commission, don't matter anymore.
But you know what happens?
The issue of teachers being settled because of our tribalism and those things, stop.